Good morning. This is Brother Eric, speaking on behalf of the Justice Coalition. This report from the Local 308 membership meeting is totally biased and as truthful as I can be, and accurate as I can be. But if you want 100% accuracy, well, you gotta show up. Sorry. And then you can let me get this seat right here. Then you can decide for yourself. Am I telling the truth or not? All right. So we had the quorum, and actually we had quorum before 6:45. So this was April 11th, 2023. The March minutes were read as usual. It's a boring, tedious thing that should be totally eliminated. Just print the damn things out, give them to the members, and let them read it at their own time and share it with other coworkers in the shops and the terminals. Just redact personal information, confidential contacts, that kind of thing. We went through spending. Listen to this. This is just outrageous. Last night we spent $8,200 on a basketball thing, a baseball team thing, or I thought we had softball, but I guess it's baseball, or maybe they said softball. They meant baseball, or meant baseball, said baseball, and meant softball. I don't know. $3,500 for basketball, and $1,200 for a Christmas party. It's April. Our contract is going to expire a couple days after Christmas. And we're spending money on sports. Sport and play. It's called stress relief. We are so stressed out at work from the crappy working conditions. The kind of stress relief we need is to be out on the streets, letting each other and the public know what we're going through. Like any other union. I mean, the people of the city of Chicago think everything's fine with us. And it's not. And we're spending money on basketball, baseball, and a party. So the auditors, they weren't there to read the audit report, and it's the second time Sister Secretary Deborah said this is going to be her last report. I mean, she owes us 2 reports. And she says I'm lying. Okay, whatever. Read the bylaws. All right. So hopefully next month, if we have a quorum, they will read the audit report to us. Of course, they won't let us keep it. We won't let us share it with anyone because we don't want the CTA to know our business. It's because that doesn't make any sense to me because they do everything with the CTA management. They take pictures with them. They're hugging them. They're kissing them. They're dancing with them, having parties with them. So you're worried that they might get the audit report? Let the members get the information. Stop hiding. Our general fund is about $308,000, and then she said total deposits were 119, but she read it wrong, and Ken Franklin asked her for clarification, and it was 199 or something like that. Total spending 209. So we're spending more than we're taking in again. Okay, this is a bad habit that we have, and of course we don't know exactly what we're spending it on, right? Grievance fund is $59,000. Building fund $14,000. A bunch of grievances were accepted to go to arbitration. and we had some. We had oh god, it was quite a few. Um, I forgot the number. But it was quite a few grievances that needed to go to the membership for approval. And so, some notes uh, that I took. Excuse me. What the heck? Some notes that I took, some lessons, some takeaways, and that's what I do at these grievance reports. Things that might help you is stand up when your case is up, your grievance is up, and the board rejects it. The membership can overturn what the board decides. Okay, and we did that with a couple cases. And one of them, Brother Khalid, this is regarding his second interview, possible attempt to become an instructor. Was turned down, and he really spoke his case, and he really tolerated a lot of humiliation up there from, I have to admit, some coworkers. Some of y'all are just really cruel people. I mean, why do you do that to see your coworker, you know? And of course, a lot of union people are like, and there's Dixon. Colin, just answer the question. And no, you can't make statements. You can only ask questions. I mean, God, Dixon. I mean, do you realize all you do at the whole meeting is yell at us? I have order. I'm going to adjourn the meeting. Hey, you can't say that. You can't do this. You're like a little annoying dog in the neighborhood. And every time you walk by the house or you're running by there, shut up and let people speak. Why do you have to humiliate them? You know, and even, brother put his paperwork down on the table, and Sister Penny said, don't put that there. I mean, come on, Sister Penny, it's his table. He paid for it. Let him put his papers on there. You know, the man we have these members that are so vulnerable, and they come to the meetings, and some of y'all, you treat them like they're dirt. It's just so aggravating. And to be yelling at them and talking to them like you're their boss. I mean, Dixon, God, man, it sounds like you hate your job. You just, you are like, Boss Dixon, you are like, you know, when me and my friends, we were playing outside in the courtyard, we had these big apartments. So we had a little courtyard, a little patch of grass, and we play, and we're laughing and having so much fun. And there's this old man. You kids, be quiet. Quit playing on the grass. Get out of here. I'm going to call the landlord. I mean, that's what you're like. We come, hopefully, to be a union. Enjoy each other's company. You're like, and then, there's side chatter going on. It's out of order. We need order. And then I notice when people do side chatter with me, or I do it with them, you start threatening to adjourn the meeting. We're going to adjourn the meeting. We're going to adjourn the meeting. And then it got to the point with this guy. I'm not going to tolerate any disruptions. I'm asking questions. And that's a disruption. Because I'm asking poignant questions. And that's a disruption. You really make our meetings so unbearable. Let people speak. Respect them. And they will respect you. You union people, Aqua Fisher, Deborah Lane, you want respect. But when it's our turn to speak for our jobs and our grievances and whatnot, you have no respect for us. You want us to talk a certain way. The facts. We're only going to have the facts. We're only going to hear the facts. Well, you know what? The facts are that our coworkers are being humiliated every day. And that's why I kept bringing up at every case, what was the name of the manager? What was the name of the manager? What was the name of the man? Every case. And most of the cases, it seemed to be the same freaking piece of garbage manager. And then whenever it's him again. And they're, well, so also sounds like we've got some fans for him in here. Oh, okay. All right, no more outbursts for you. I mean, it's like you can't even criticize managers. I have found when I'm at the union meeting, I'm very open about managers' names, right? Very open. And they get offended. The union leadership gets offended. And their peanut gallery gets upset. Because they like these managers, I guess. Well, I don't like none of them. Maybe there's like some that I can get along with, but most of them I don't, because I get phone calls. I'm a steward. I don't know how these union people can like these managers and be so defensive of them. Why are you defending managers? Why are you saying it doesn't matter who the manager's name is when I ask that question? Why? You don't want the members to know that it's the same bunch of scumbags harassing and mistreating these good people? What is with you? Sorry, I went off on a tangent. We had a case, one of our brothers, he didn't stop the train properly, so we had a couple cars out of the station. That can be deadly, okay? He was fired for it. They accelerated it. It happened twice. Question was brought up. My brother Mike Overstreet and Sister Jazz. Okay, so you just fired the man. He's been here 9 years. Don't we usually get them some other job? No. Okay, well, it sounds like preferential treatment. Well, we asked and they didn't do it. Oh, okay. And then they said, well, who are these people you asked to get these deals? When operators make some bad mistakes, and he named this person as vice president. And then I asked the question, is it true that you were photographed with this vice president smiling in a portrait with them? That has nothing to do. I'm going to adjourn the meeting. And boy, there was an uproar in that room. Because my point is, I want you all to think about this. Our union has become another level of management. It is union people who are functioning as managers of us with the managers of our employer. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It is the members of the union that organize with the help of the elected people to fight against the managers who humiliate and wrong them. Not some kind of secret, hey man, I'm going to do this for you and you do this for me. And so-and-so's my uncle, my cousin, my lover. No. And so that's what came out of this. There's preferential treatment. And if the manager doesn't really like you, but the union president really likes you, well, okay, we're going to work something out. And Boss Hill in Local 241 does the same thing. And so this all came out, and it was good. But I'm glad, and Brother Harry was there, and he spoke up for himself. And that was another thing, he was there, he was passionate. I asked questions, regarding union representation as well. You really got to make sure that whenever you get written up, brothers and sisters, grieve it. You may think you deserve it. Maybe you do. But if working conditions foster violations of certain rules, then the working conditions must be addressed. But if you aren't steered in that direction by the union officer, you'll end up not maybe doing anything. because they're saying it's not grievable, it's not grievable, it's not winnable, it's not grievable, it's not winnable. You have to fill out this form and that form. You can do EOC and forget all these forms. You're a union board member, right? You're a union rep. You're an officer. And the management is doing this, and this is like the third person with the same problem. You tell the manager, hey, man, you're going after these people, aren't you? Oh, no, I'm not. How dare you? Well, why are you accusing them of this and accusing them of that? Why are you trying to humiliate them and debase them? Maybe we need to start writing you up. See, you gotta fight with these people. Not make deals with them, not be quiet, not be silent as they insult us, as they berate us, as they abuse us. Hey. So, what about this FMLA stuff? Yeah, again, the FMLA is tripping people up. It's so terrible. Because people are using FMLA as basically sick days, as mental health days and stuff. It's intermittent leave, It's not really what it's for, but it is what it's for. So they're doing things to keep you from doing it. So what do you expect? You don't give people paid sick days. So they're going to figure out a way to do it, and that's what's happening. And so they're trapping us with it. By the way, we're going back to Sedgwick. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, frankly, but just be aware we might get an announcement on Friday. I heard that from the manager this morning at Howard's shop. It's been a long night. I work midnight, so I'm about to go to bed, so I'm a little deflated. There are discharges regarding customer assistants leaving the booths. Behavioral violations, Sister Penny said they are on the rise and they're being less tolerant. And look, brothers and sisters, what do you expect? These are low-wage jobs. They suck. Who wants to work them? And once people get a taste, a whiff of the working conditions, they're like, I don't want to be here today. Let them write me up. I don't care. See what I mean? So, you want to run a professional public transit agency, CTA managers, Brandon Johnson, you're going to be our boss. You want a professional place with employees that come to work and stay to work? Well, have full-time jobs for all. Because this part-time slavery bullcrap with CSA, Second Chance, and FTTF, it doesn't work. We need full-time jobs for all, okay? Watch out, Universal Rail supervisors. Make sure you're logging in and off with your CTA-issued cell phones. And we need to have that in the shops. You give the repairmen CTA-issued cell phones and radios when we're out there. We're sick of using our personal phones, especially on that snow fighter relief. That's ridiculous. You're not going to get any relief unless you use your personal cell phone, which you can get written up for a 2-year safety violation. What kind of crap is that? And that's what they did. They wrote up one of our coworkers at the shop, for having his device digital. Yeah, but you foster that kind of use of electronic devices. Then you write people up for it. You're just a bunch of hypocrites. Okay. So President Dixon read letters from the ATU regarding the quorum and how King Costa wants me and him to behave ourselves. It was kind of funny. And he's like, yeah, the quorum is the quorum is the quorum. And he read the bylaws. And I said, just a point of information. And I read Section 11A of our bylaws that say the local can call a meeting at any time. So when the mass membership meeting is adjourned, we, the members, if a third of us in writing can put it in writing, we say we want to have a meeting now after the meeting. So you go ahead and miss your quorum, you can still have a meeting and still answer our questions and share with us reports, right? But actually, you guys really don't do reports. You just say stuff to us. It's not like you hand anything out. So I guess it wouldn't be that bad, that difficult, would it? So Brother Ken Franklin had this great bylaw reform that he got from the Justice Coalition. And, we did all kind of stuff. We did it when he was president. He just pooped on all of it. But he got the point. We need virtual membership meetings. We need a better quorum time, and have it on a Saturday too, or a Saturday. Um, Dixon poisoned the wells, but say, well, we in the executive board, we voted no on this. Who cares about your stupid executive board, Dixon? It's our meeting, not yours. It's our turn to vote. Okay? We're the boss of our union, not you. So quit with all this, well, we're going to decide, we're going to tell the members what we think. Man, who cares what you think? It's our union. It ain't your union. Read the preamble of the Local 308 bylaws. And so what they did by doing that, and then they got the peanut gallery in there, and basically we lost the vote. I voted for it. I even spoke up for it. Because it's good. I don't care. I'm gonna speak up for the truth. You know what I mean? I mean, me and Ken Franklin are enemies, but when he does something right, I'm a support the right. He never supported anything right. I dare say. But I don't care. I don't do the right thing because people don't do the right thing to me or whatever. I don't live my life like that. Okay. But, it was sad. It was sad. And then when the vote was done, Ken Franklin even mentioned to me, he said, man, some people didn't even know what just happened. I'm like, yeah. Now you know how it feels, don't you? Man, I'm sorry to laugh, but Brother Ken, man, you getting everything you dished out for the 3 years that I was that you were president when I was here. Almost done. We had a standing vote, so it wasn't like that yay and nay. By the way, I voted down that. I was the only nay voice on that spending that $8,200 for parties and sports. Oh, we have charges against Dixon and Lane and Hurst. And, he said, they were never submitted to Hurst. Just like a couple months ago, our board rep in the shop, we're repairmen, we're shop people, we clean trains and fix trains. So our union board member, he loves the managers. They love him, he's always, I don't know why he's in the union. He should be a manager. He's really hard on us. But, we had charges on him, from another member, and I helped do it, and he said a couple months ago, yeah, we got charges on him, and now he says this month, no, they were never given to him. I mean, this guy just lies. I mean, he it's like lies pour out of his eyes and his ears and his nose. He'd be like, lies. It's everything out of his mouth is a freaking lie. Always, I swear. And then the one against Lane, they said they didn't recognize the badge number or the signature. And then he didn't say anything about the charges against him for collaborating with CTA management to block me from representing you guys in discipline and punishment hearings. I mean, it's so hard to keep up with these people, brothers and sisters. I want to say that I am reaching my limit with the ATU. And it's just, I'm not quitting, okay? But I'm just telling you, it's very frustrating. And it's the thoughts of it being a totally corrupted and impossible to reform organization. It is under so much control of the politicians, especially the Democratic Party, and all the owners of all the transit agencies pretty much control our unions, and it's so hard to hold our own leadership accountable. They are so slimy. They don't obey the bylaws. The only bylaws they follow is the quorum and to raise our dues. That's the only ones they follow. And all they do is help our employer. Really. That's it. They don't want to fight. They don't want to organize. They don't want to protest. They hate strikes. Nothing. We should have had 10 strikes by now after this pandemic. At least protest off the clock. They'll do one or two things, but it's always like a CTA sponsored thing, and it's really lame. And it's like, we want safety. What the hell? We got, oh my God, we have second chance workers walking around our rail yards, some without rail safety training, some without flashlights. And some of them ask the managers, "Can I have a flashlight so that people can see me, and I can see?" And they won't give it to them. These are the kinds of things we should be protesting about. Now, we need safety. What does that mean, safety? Safety is a full-time job, you know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this report. I'm exhausted. And maybe this Friday we'll do a radio show. We got a lot that happened at Local 241, also their membership meeting, and some other issues. Maybe we'll do a Chicago area transit worker radio show Friday. Maybe we'll, if we can put it out on time. Thanks a lot. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, share. I'm not sure if you can subscribe. And if it's on YouTube, you can. And spread the word. We are the Union. Peace.